Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Dwarven Tavern. We are finishing up our question and answer series for this series. We get more questions every day, but these are the last few in this batch. So we will begin by, I am Dr. Jeff Goins.
I'm Ian Goins.
I am Lyric Goins.
And what are the rest of the questions? Actually, don't read them all. Just read the next one.
Okay.
Let's try one at a time.
Okay.
Answerable amounts would be nice.
The next one is, hey y'all, howdy. How it do, gang? I want to know how. Oh my god. I want to know your opinions on how to avoid racism, both with characters and players. I'm half black and half Native American.
Wow.
And most of the gamers I know are white. Mm-hmm. And let me just say, there's more of the divide than people realize.
Yes.
I just want to bring something constructive to the table without race being attached to it, and you guys seem to know what to do. Can you help me out? Thanks, Deshaw P. from Louisiana.
Okay, Deshaw. I do have to say...
Did you say his name like that?
Deshaw.
If that's your real name.
If that's your real name. The problem with race is the same problem as with gender. It's a simple demographic. There's no real. I don't think the people that are a part of that demographic are doing it on purpose. I don't think it's intentionally. I don't think it's intentionally racist or sexist. I just think that the whole fantasy thing, it appeals to that demographic the most. That doesn't mean that you are wrong or out of place or anywhere in the wrong for finding it fascinating. It's just I think it's a cultural background thing.
Also, if they are discriminating on purpose, you probably should just not be around.
Don't play with them.
I think that's kind of the moral of this entire session of question is if they are doing it. If they are discriminating against you for whatever reason, it can be literally anything. Don't play with them.
Don't play with them. Find a different
because they're not
group.
worth your time.
Yeah, and with today's like VoIP technology and with Skype and all of the other UVO and all the other distance communications free programs, there's no reason that you can't game online with anyone you like, and there are forums everywhere to help you find gaming groups and stuff like that with whom you may play. So, while you are a minority insofar as the demographic goes, I don't think that's the mindset of the actual people who are a part of that demographic. Because I would say that 90% or more of the gamers that I know are really cool with whomever. They're just excited to have a new player.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if you're a cool guy or a cool girl or a cool whatever you choose, then you're going to be able to find other cool people. And if there is some kind of a hang-up about what race or gender or religion or whatever you are, it's coming from within you. So if you release that, they will too. That's basically how I feel about it. Oh, darn it.
So to answer your question...
I didn't answer the question?
Well, I want to just lay it out flat.
So to address the real question.
No, I'm saying
succinctly.
In conclusion
okay.
to what you're saying.
I know.
If you guys are very distracted. You said you want to bring something constructive to the table without race being attached to it. And I think that shouldn't be an assumption that I'm just so offended by this. I don't think that whatever is being discriminated against shouldn't be an automatic assumption to that. Like if you're playing an elf as a half black, half Native American person, then you're playing an elf. That has nothing to do with...
and that's what we said in that earlier question
right.
in part 1, I think, was that that once you begin the role play, the gender and the race goes away,
right.
and you become whatever you become.
Also, a half black elf would actually be kind of awesome.
That would be pretty
Dude,
cool.
man, that'd be awesome.
Well, wouldn't that be a half drow?
Drow.
Drow?
I'm so sorry. I'll go. I'll go.
Seppuku immediately.
Well, okay. So, hope that answers your question, Dishaw. And then the last and final question says, Shamak, fellow dwarves. My name is Jersey. I am 26 years old, and I'm trying to find the best first-time gaming experience. What games would you recommend? D&D is tempting, but I hear a lot of stigma around it. I think I want to try a game that is not very popular, but still pretty good. And I have a group of friends that want to do the same. Any suggestions? Hang on. I got this. I'm Mugalik. It's Dwarven. From Jersey, T, and Colorado. Well, Shabak to you too, Jersey. That means greetings in Dwarven.
The easiest... Oh, I can't do that. The easiest, I believe, new game.
I'm trying to pronounce it's because it has a glottal stop in the beginning, and I'm telling Mugalik. I don't know. Just ignore me.
Okay.
We just...
So I think the easiest first game to learn right now would be it's Dungeons and Dragons, yes, but the 5th edition is actually one of the simplest, easiest games to learn how to play. A lot of it is designed for it's designed for ease of play for beginners. Plus, you can build upon it. It's upgradable. It's you can build on its complexity. So that, yes, D&D 5th edition is probably the easiest starter game for just about anybody. You can get the box set. I got the box set of it. I got the box set right there. Starter set. It's a starter set. It's real simple and super easy. If you're not into the fantasy thing, then I would suggest Traveler. From
so easy.
Mongoose, because the first thing about Traveler that's so cool is that
you're like, okay, let's start rolling up our characters. Insta-play.
Yeah, you start playing when you start rolling up your characters, and there's no leveling involved, so there's no complexity added from that.
All you need for the entire game.
That's all you need. It's 2 6-sided dice, and there you have it. So my professional advice would be one of those two. There's a lot of games.
There's so many. And
World of Darkness is a decent.
Silver Red Sentinels for those
I was
who
actually going to mention
want
that
a
one.
challenge.
I was actually going to say it's not. He didn't seem to care about how easy the game is to learn, and considering that he already has dwarven vocabulary, I think he's experienced in at least some sort of gaming.
Something sounds, yeah.
And I want to say that if D&D sounds tempting, then do it. There shouldn't be any reason that you shouldn't.
Yeah, the stigma it comes from people you don't care about the opinions of anyway.
Right, like overly religious people or people who branch off from the overly religious.
I don't even think it's a matter of over-religious. I think it's a matter of misinformed religious. It's the ignorant who don't know what role playing really is. They may know their Bible from the beginning of Genesis to the end of Revelations, but they will not understand gaming if they don't take the time to learn about it.
That goes for even the non-religious.
Exactly.
There are people there are idiots no matter what they are.
Right. Yeah. No, I've played.
There are idiots everywhere.
Idiots
at
everywhere.
the Dwarven Tavern, we do not discriminate at anything whatsoever. So we don't.
Weren't we just doing that?
Well, what I'm saying is that we accept all kinds of anything.
Yeah.
And we don't. If we sound like we're hating on something specific, like Christianity or any other sort of
because we've
religion,
probably experienced a douche in that field.
and we're not saying that that's everybody everywhere, because I've had a lot of cool experiences with Christian gamers and Lutheran gamers and people of all sorts of races and gender, and they're just
ethnic backgrounds.
Really depends on the person that's playing.
It really does. Either you're a jerk or you're not.
Exactly.
I taught at a college that it was an inner city college, and the majority of the students were they were black, and they would often look at me because I'm a white guy, as far as they know, And they would say, is there going to be a problem here? And I'm like, dude, there's no different human race. We're all one race. We can interbreed. There's no speciation. It's all about your evolution in the region because of vitamin D production. You have dark skin or you don't. That's all there is. What it matters is if you're a jerk or not. That's what I go by. So either you're a jerk or you're not, and that's absolutely everyone.
Yep. It doesn't matter.
Regardless of gender, regardless of sexual orientation, regardless of religion, regardless of skin color, regardless of height, regardless of
I've seen
weight.
discrimination of height too. Like people, like tall people, that want to play with short people, and vice versa.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Prick is prick and dick is dick.
It doesn't.
That's all there is to it.
It doesn't matter who you are, as long as you're a cool person. You can game with us.
And that should be the motto here: is prick
and dick is dick. That's all there. That's it. That's all.
And that's where all the stigma comes from, is from pricks and dicks. And people who have no idea, they're uneducated, they don't understand the gaming, or they're taking their bad experiences and making it your bad experience.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I've also dealt with that, where people have awful experiences with a certain gaming group, and then they think you're just as bad as they are because you're a gamer too.
It's like you're a gamer, and that guy I knew that was a gamer was a dick, so you're automatically a dick as well.
So
all dungeon masters are jerks.
It's just ridiculous.
Well,
It's so ridiculous.
I guess I am now. Thanks for asking.
So all in all, I think that if you want to play D&D,
Right.
nothing should stop you. I think that if you want the experience, then take it by the balls and go experience it. That's what she said. And actually, that is what she said.
That is what she said.
But as for what's not popular, like he's asking for specifics, like what's not very popular but still pretty good.
Well, a lot of it depends on your preferences. I mean, there are a lot of open gaming license games that are based on the 3.5 series. Hackmaster's a good system. World of Darkness is a decent system.
Yeah.
Hackmaster is a grim and gritty fantasy based. World of Darkness is like the noir vampire Bram Stoker, Mary Shelley kind of thing.
Very fun.
You've got the Star Wars role-playing game, if you're a Star Wars fan.
I am.
If you're into superheroes, there's games like Godlike and Silver Age Sentinels. There's D20 Future. There's Dragon Mech, if you're into the fantasy mech thing. The Horizon games, Horizon Virtual, Horizon Redline, Horizon Spellslinger, Horizon Mechs.
Don't forget about D20 Modern and Future.
Call of Cthulhu.
There is literally a game for just about any taste that you may have.
Ooh,
D20 Future
I
is
have a
one
good
of my
idea.
favorite.
I have a suggestion that might help you out. If you are curious about all of these systems that we've named, then perhaps going to a convention can help.
Go to a convention. That's very good advice.
Because a lot of the times, the people that are selling these different gaming types, they actually have a display out for people who want to try it out. And then you can buy all the books and all the supplies that you need while you're there.
Go nuts!
I think the overall advice is play in D&D if you want. Screw everybody else. And all of the ones that we've suggested are really good games, and if you're really curious about all of them, then take all of your gaming group and go to Gen Con or Dragon Con.
Take your gaming group and some paychecks.
A lot of paychecks.
Because you're going to want every
want.
penny to spend at the con.
Right. It's all worth it. All worth it. So, that concludes this list that I've put up. I'm sure there are more questions waiting us.
Well, there will be.
Always are.
So, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to email us or check out our website at www.dwarventavern.net. And we're always here, so we'll always answer.
Yep,
and
yes, we will.
I think that does it.
Every comment and answer every question.
Or at least attempt to.
Yeah. I do, actually. It's not hard to do. You type and click, and that's pretty much it.
And if you're shy and you're afraid that you're not going to get, a reply, that's silly, A. And B, you can subscribe, and I'm pretty sure someone else out there has the exact same question you are, so you'll see it pop up eventually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Just keep an eye out. So, this has been a Dwarven Tavern talk with questions, as you know. So, on behalf of the whole cast and crew of the Dwarven Tavern, we wish for you to want for nothing but adventure. And at first I feared it.
Then I
charged. What the heck is wrong with you? You jumped into
You went tappity tap, and I'm like, I've been delayed.
He wanted to get out there. He's got great clues.
I charged.
I don't fear anything.
I have approved bull rush, madam.
Let's try that again. At first I feared it.
Then I charged.
Oh my god, get out.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
You're such a dick. You're embarrassed though because your face is all red.
First I feared it. I charged! I'm charging!